what are the ethical considerations, right? Because you want technology, there's no stopping of where that curve is going to now go and how steep it's going to get. It's certainly not a linear curve, but what are the ethical considerations? That's number one. Yeah, so let's just kind of address that first. Yeah.
Um, yeah, this is gonna make the conversation a little dark, and I
I want to
honestly,
get to
I'm
the
sure if we,
regulation part, but that probably also is something I don't know how much progress has been made, but maybe we address the ethical part of it, saying that okay,
yeah,
and maybe that those are somewhat closely related, right? So the ethics of it and then the regulation of it, right? How much do we bring, or what do we bring, which draws that fine line of not imposing versus giving someone that creative freedom. So go
mhm.
ahead.
um, yeah, Nikhil, this is going to be a very dark part of the episode, so I'm not sure if you're gonna keep this in or not, but I guess we have to talk
No,
about it.
no, we want to listen
Um,
to it.
so in terms of ethics, the most sinister, and I'm sure your listeners will become apoplectic after I say these things, um, are CSA, child abuse. And what we're seeing now is, so I'll just give a couple examples.
Sure.
At the time of writing, I think September 2023, the most recent case was out of New Jersey, where boys at Westfield High School spread AI-generated images that had faces of their female classmates on unclothed bodies. In Spain, 30 girls so far between the ages of 12 and 14 were sent pictures of themselves without clothes. The process of taking someone's photo and undressing it is being dubbed nudify. And it can happen to anyone with a single Instagram selfie. Further, a man in Wisconsin targeted middle school girls and, after receiving innocent photos, which I guess were just selfies, threatened to nudify them if they didn't send him further illicit images. And so, and again, I apologize to your listeners because it's very difficult hearing that. It's difficult even reading that. So this is the kind of the reality, and this is kind of like the gut punch of deep fakes, is that we are entering a world where if you even post images of your child online, if you post a selfie with them, they could be created into disgusting material for disgusting people. And there are no regulations for this. I don't really know how any, policymaker would try to stop that. Um, it seems like a non-starter, and I say this with such like heartache because the internet is supposed to be a place for connection. It's supposed to be a place where you upload things and you can share videos of your children, the most beautiful creatures, and then this happens where now you're worried of who has pictures of my child, what are they doing with them, and are they going to use these pictures as blackmail? Um, yeah, this is just a disgusting reality, and not just for children, but for anybody. I mean, if you're a female, for instance, you could just be turned into illicit material without you even knowing, and have that be sent to your family. Same thing for men. I mean, you could be made into uh, an illicit deep fake and then have that be used as blackmail for money. And I don't like talking about these things because I don't want to give people ideas. I'm sure your audience
Of
is
course.
very benign, but it's like, how do you deal with that?
Yeah.
It's if it's an unregulated, uncontrolled technology that's been democratized, you give mass power to everybody, and unfortunately, that power is going to fall into the hands of very, very bad actors, or just kids that are trying to, do a prank, for instance. But this
Sure.
isn't. This is unfortunately not a prank where you're knocking on someone's door and running away. This is potentially going to cause, grief and heartache and disruption in many millions of lives. And unless we talk about it, unless drastic action is taken, I don't know what that drastic action could be. This is just going to happen. Like, the floodgates are open. There's no closing them now.